Chapter 52. Fact: about 30% of business registered in Nigeria are owned by women. The continued growth of these businesses, which is critical to sustaining the economy, is largely hindered by limited access to funds and by gender discrimination. Charlie, what the hell happened in this house last night? Coffee is standing in front of my room door, blinking as if somebody slapped his head with a big plank of wood. What's going on? I couldn't sleep all night. My mind felt like it was inside the washing machine, tumbling and tumbling until this morning when Coffee knocked the door of my room, freeing me from the tumbling of the mind. The living room was in a state when I got in this morning. Coffee says, Big Daddy is not home and Big Madam looks like she got hit by a lorry. What happened? Where did you go? I asked, keeping one hand on the door, the other holding my nightdress. Coffee didn't ever behave to me in a bad way, but after yesterday night, I cannot be talking to any man without fearing he will jump on me. Big Daddy gave me some time off, he says. Last night he asked me to take a break, to go away for the night. Since Big Madam was at the hospital with her sister, I took the opportunity to go and see my old friends at the Ghana High Commission. To be honest, I was skeptical when he gave me some time off, but I was so tired from cooking for Big Madam. So what happened? Nothing, I say. Charlie, talk to me. Did Big Daddy come here? His face falls, and he presses a hand to his chest. I should have known when he insisted I should go away for the night, Aduni. Talk to me. Why are you just standing there and staring? What did he do to you? Nothing, I say. What do you want? Did he rape you? Coffee asks, his voice climbing high. Did that imbecile rape you? The word rape sounds like a knife cutting, a stabbing, a word I never heard of in my life, but I know I am not needing the Collins to check the meaning. He didn't rape me, I say, voice soft. The memory of it is still giving me shivers, still causing my heart to bang in my chest. Big Madam opened the door before it happened. Coffee spits on the floor. Quasia, God punish him. Did Rebecca go to school? I asked. How was her English? Was she sharp in the brain? Rebecca. She spoke good English but was very naive for her age. Coffee say. Her former boss, before Big Madam, educated her, sent her to a private primary and secondary school, and even took her on holidays with the family. When the woman died, Rebecca came here to work. Why are you asking? Nothing, I say. If Rebecca was a wise girl, she will know that Big Daddy cannot marry her and keep her in the same house with Big Madam. She will know the man was telling lies. Now I know that speaking good English is not the measure of intelligent mind and sharp brain. English is only a language like Yoruba and Igbo and Hausa. Nothing about it is so special. Nothing about it makes anybody have sense. Do you have a sample of anything she writes? I ask. I want to be sure so that Big Daddy will not say it is somebody else that write that letter. I want to be sure that Big Daddy will suffer for Rebecca because Bamidele didn't suffer for Khadija. Coffee shook his head. Abu might have something. She always gave him the shopping list. I would ask him, but he's been away as well since last night. He should be back this morning. I make to close my room door, but Coffee blocks it with his hand. Big Madam wants you, he says. She say you should come straight up to her room, right inside. Why would she? Oh, she said you should come straight up to her room, right inside. Why would she ask you to come to her room? She never asks anyone into her room, least of all you. What am I missing here? Thank you, I say and close the door. Come on in, Big Madam says when I reach her bedroom. Her whole face is a sore wound, and I stand there a moment, not moving, even though even though the door is wide open. She is wearing a long red robe that looks like red silk wings around her body. Her hand is on the door handle, holding it open for me. Come in, she says again, turning and walking away. Shut the door. Take a seat on that chair. I step in. There is a round bed right in the center of the room, with feather cover cloth and like 15 pillows. I am not sure how she will find space to sleep in the bed. There are pictures of her children when they were young lining up the wall on my side, of them laughing inside playground, and one of Big Madam when she was young. She looks so slim in the picture, her skin smooth looking. I am almost wanting to touch it, to say sorry for how her face will swell in the future because of Big Daddy. A strange smell, a mix of toilet bleach and dirty feet, fills my nose, and I see the dressing table on my left, filled with big bottles of cream and a nylon makeup bag that is full of all sorts of powder, eye color, pencils, and lipsticks. I catch the names on the bottles. Insta White, Plus Skin Milk, Skin Fade, New and Improved, Bright Bleaching Mix. Why is Big Madam wanting to bleach her skin? And with these smelling creams, she is looking fine in the picture of herself on the wall, with her skin before. Is this why her face keeps having different colors? Why her legs are brown on the ankle and the knees, but the rest is a pale, seeking yellow, sometimes green? I sit down in the long purple chair facing Big Madam's bed and fold my dress up in my lap. Coffee say, you want to see me. I am here. She looks at her nails as if she is checking it for swelling. I must ask you, Aduni, yesterday, did the chief, did he? I shake my head no. He didn't rape me. She snaps her head up, tight her eyes. You know what rape means? Yes, ma, I say. Tia Dada, Dr. Ken's wife, she called me yesterday. She told me she wants to come and see me to discuss your future. What stupid future? Who does she think she is? How much of your salary has she ever paid? Or does she think you are one of her environmental projects? She draws a breath. She hung up when I asked her that question, and I swear I saw red. My head was boiling. I left my sister in the hospital and told my driver to take me home. My plan was to find you and give you the kind of beating that will reset your brain and throw you out into the streets. Because, Aduni, you have brought me nothing but trouble since you got here. Tia Dada is not my mate. She cannot even be up for 40 years old. And she is hanging up the phone on me. I was going to deal with you first, then face her and deal with her. But what did I find in your room instead? My husband. She stops talking, but her lips keep shaking. Chief goes to church. He is a member of the Men of Virtue group. How can a man go to a church for so long, for years, and not find God? Big Madam asked this as if she lost, confused. Because God is not in the church, I say, keeping my chin down, my voice low. I want to tell her that God is not a cement building of stones and sand, that God is not for all that putting inside a house and locking him there, I want her to know that the only way to know if a person finds God and keep him in their heart is to check how the person is treating other people. If he treats people like Jesus says, with love, patience, kindness, and forgiveness, but my heart is running fast and beating hard and making me want to piss. So I pinch something from my uniform, a red thread, and roll it around and around in my fingers until it is a small knot, a thread, full stop. She presses a hand on her knees, leans forward. Aduni, I have been thinking about Tia's phone call. Do you know what Tia Dada wants to discuss with me? No, ma, I say, whisper. I don't know. Big Madam nods her head slowly. If she wants to take you away from me, will you go with her? I nod. Because of what Chief did. I am not sure if what to tell her. My mind is wanting to say many things, but I am fearing she will vex for me. She will vex means she will be mad at me. So I am only say a small part of what is coming to my mind. Because you are not always kind to me and Coffee. You beat me and make me cry to miss my mama. And because of Big Daddy. I bite my lip to stop talking, but in my mind, my mouth keeps on moving. Because if Rebecca was your Kyla, you will not rest, not for one night or one day until you are finding her. And because you are slave trading me and you are letting Big Daddy slave trade you. She leans back and closes her eyes, and when she starts to speak, her voice is so low, as if I am no more in her front, and she and herself are talking to each other. How could Chief do this to me? To us? How do I carry on without Chief by my side? What do I tell people when they ask me what happened? He wasn't ever by your side, except maybe when he is blowing you in the face. What do you mean by that? Big Madam snaps her eyes open, voice sharp. Was my voice in my head or was I speaking out? I start to shake my head no, to make up one lie, but she says, Baduni, what do you mean by that? Tell me exactly what you mean before I grind you to powder. I twist the edge of my dress around and around my finger until the blood is no more flowing to the finger. It is Big Daddy, ma. He is a bad man, very wicked. I raise my head as something twists a tap inside my mouth open, and the words, bitter and true and sharp, start to pour out. He beats you nearly every time and fills you up with so much anger and sadness that when you see me and Coffee, you pour all of that anger out on us. On me, most of all, your husband. He makes you sad and mad. Sorry, ma, I say, when I see how her eyeballs are nearly climbing out of her head. You asked me to say what I mean, and I am just saying what I mean. The end. I push out a breath, feeling like a balloon that is losing all the air until it is coming flat, with no power to float again. So I stand to my feet, real slow, and look around the room like a fool because I don't want to look at her face. Can I massage your feet? I ask, or scratch your hair before I go. Yesterday I sang a song and you fall asleep. Can I sing for you a song that my mom. Go, she says, waving me to the door, her eyes wet, angry. Get out of my sight! End of chapter 52.